When it comes to daily driving, the Hyundai Elantra is a pragmatic choice thanks to its competitive fuel economy, abundance of standard safety tech, and available creature comforts. A choice that also comes with plenty of style and flair. The Korean compact sedan's exterior design is something we can appreciate, as is the breadth of its model lineup. As for Honda, for decades, the Civic has given budget-minded buyers a compact car that makes them feel smart for being frugal. The latest generation carries on this tradition and goes beyond, offering handsome interior trim and several features that very recently were considered luxuries. With a hybrid variant coming in early 2024, the Civic's combination of value, efficiency, and refined road manners make it a standout choice. But both being so good makes choosing between the two that much harder. So, which one should you get? Let's find out. The 2023 Hyundai Elantra features a bold and futuristic exterior design that sets it apart from its competition. Its sleek and low-slung profile is highlighted by sharp creases and bold lines that give it a sporty and dynamic appearance. The front is dominated by a wide grille with a unique geometric pattern and a sculpted bumper that gives it a sense of depth and dimension. The headlights are slim and angular and are positioned high on the fenders, giving the car a wide and aggressive stance. Moving to the sides, the Elantra's long hood and low roofline give it a coupe-like silhouette, while the sharply creased character lines add a sense of drama and tension to the design. At the back, a massive LED bar connects the rear taillights that are slimmer than the previous generation, giving the car a distinctive look from behind. The new Civic's design is proof that Honda is opting for clean, reserved lines. An influence from the Accord is rather apparent. This really gives the sedan a completely new, mature, grown-up look. Simple truly is better in this case, cutting out all the nonsense and sticking with a classy, smooth design. Up front, you won't find fake air vents or unnecessary curves. Instead, a smooth exterior with long body lines, sleek headlights, and bold but not too large front grille, giving it a sporty look. The side profile is sleek and characterized by strong lines that run all the way to the back, accentuating the vehicle's length and giving it a sporty and youthful appearance. The back features sleek and angular tail lamps inspired from the Accord that complements the sporty and bold design of the front fascia, which gives the vehicle a sense of presence and stability. When it comes to the exterior design, it might come down to personal preference, but if I had to choose, the new 2023 Civic is my favorite here. Jumping inside, the Elantra's cabin overall design is attractive, with Hyundai putting its advanced technology front and center. A Mercedes-style slab of glass houses twin displays, while a four-spoke steering wheel looks like something taken out of an Audi. The interior is well laid out with a driver-focused cockpit. There are easy-to-use knobs for climate control and radio, and there is a well-considered spot for your phone with wireless charging in front of the shifter and well-placed cup holders. One downside, however, is that some materials feel cheap, but they are still acceptable for the price. Conversely, the big digital displays make the Elantra feel more expensive than it is. As standard, you get analog dials on an 8-inch touchscreen, or dual 10.25-inch displays as an option on the SEL trim or standard on the Limited. Both infotainment systems are solid, but the larger system is more versatile, customizable, and quite intuitive to use. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is standard on both systems. As for the Civic, the new interior is a big departure from the previous generation. Honda has overhauled everything in here, from the steering wheel, the dash design, and even the seats. The dash is low and aids in both visibility and making the cabin feel spacious, which stands in contrast to the Elantra's cockpit design. All the switchgear feels high quality with tight, solid action. The 3 climate control knobs click with precision, and the steering wheel is attractive and nice to grasp. The interior materials are nothing to write home about, but the Civic's cabin feels well assembled and offers some visual interest thanks to the honeycomb pattern that stretches across the dashboard and incorporates the air vents. As for instruments and infotainment, the Civic features an analog speedometer combined with a 7-inch screen that can display the tachometer and other information as standard, or a fully digital gauge cluster with a 10.2-inch screen on the Touring trim. The standard infotainment displays a 7-inch screen that can use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. On the higher Touring trim, the Civic gets a larger 9-inch touchscreen and is capable of wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This new system is better than the outgoing model, featuring large, attractive, and easy-to-press icons. There are fewer layers of menus and far faster reaction times. It's a system that's actually nice to use. When it comes to comfort and interior space, the Elantra is roomy and will happily seat 4 adults. There is an impressive 38 inches of second-row legroom, which is 0.6 inches more than in the Civic. But the front seats and the rear bench are uninspiring and flat, offering modest support. There is leather upholstery on the top-level models and the seats are heated. Getting in and out of any seat is easy too, with wide opening doors and a generous roofline. As for cargo space, the Elantra has a decent trunk with 14.8 cubic feet, which is 0.6 cubic feet less than you'll get on the Civic. The new Civic is technically bigger than the last version on the outside, but not enough to really matter. Interior dimensions are identical. Honda's engineers have redone the front seats completely, with additional support in the seat back to increase long-distance comfort. Its 37.4 inches of rear legroom is bettered only by the Hyundai Elantra, and is about 2 inches more than most competitors. For a compact car, a 6'3" driver with the seat pushed all the way back can find enough space in the back seat to sit comfortably behind himself. There is also just enough headroom, though that may not be the case in the EX or Sport with their standard sunroofs. There is also nothing compact about the sedan's trunk. On paper, it has 14.8 cubic feet of volume, while the hatchback offers 24.5 cubic feet. Prices for the Elantra range starts at $21,700, including the $1,000 destination charge. The limited trim starts and stops at $27,500, as there are no optional extras on this trim. Everything is standard, so all you do is pick a color. The biggest pricing issue with the Elantra Limited is its sibling, the hybrid that actually goes for $29,000. Pricing for the 2023 sedan, however, starts at a higher price of $24,545 for the base LX model. The EX trim goes for $26,500 and the top touring trim is $30,000. Looking at the top trims, the Elantra is cheaper by almost $2,000 over the Civic, unless you decide to go for the hybrid variant of the Elantra, in which case both cost around $30,000. When it comes to performance and handling, the Elantra is one of several new hybrid models Hyundai has introduced recently, and its drivetrain is most similar to the gas-electric setup found in the Ioniq hatchback. A 104 horsepower Atkinson cycle gasoline inline-4 engine combines with a 43 horsepower electric motor and a small battery pack to provide a total of 139 horsepower, a bit less than the non-hybrid Elantra's 2-liter inline-4 offers. The 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint is achieved in a respectable 8.4 seconds, which isn't exactly slow, but trails behind the Civic's 7.5 seconds. What most differentiates the Elantra from hybrid rivals, which have a CVT, is its 6-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, which makes it accelerate much more like a normal car, while many hybrids have a gearless transmission that causes the engine to drone loudly while stepping on the gas. You will also appreciate the hybrid's noticeable but not obtrusive shifts that help avoid the auditory annoyance. Impressively quiet and refined for a compact sedan, the Elantra hybrid goes down the road confidently, and you will certainly enjoy the nicely weighted steering and composed ride quality. As for the Civic, the two-engine drivetrain lineup is carried over, both hooking up to a CVT. A 2-liter inline-4 making 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque, great figures for a base engine. EX and Touring models use a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, now producing the same 180 horsepower and 177 pound-feet of torque as last year's Sport hatchback. It's a punchy engine capable of hauling Civic up to highway speeds without fuss. Even at the end of its life, the last Civic remained one of the best driving cars in its class. It was smooth, capable of handling the daily tasks of both city and highway driving with poise. Find the road with a bit of character though, and the Civic could provide entertainment with clean, accurate steering and a neutral chassis balance. And all of that remains for the 2023 Civic. What's changed is an added layer of refinement. The stiffened chassis and increased sound deadening make for a quieter, more serene progress. It even rides better than the Accord Hybrid. The added standard features an increased glass weight adds roughly 100 pounds to all trims, yet the Civic still feels light on its feet. The steering is clean and consistent, building driver confidence early, body roll is minimal as well, and the Civic feels planted on the highway. So, which one should you choose? Well, while the Elantra does present a solid case for what can be a satisfying car to own, we have to give it to the new Civic. Its exterior and interior design and new technology make it a great choice. The price difference, however, tips the scale in favor of the Elantra. The 2023 Civic is a huge leap forward, and the upgrades inside and out seal the deal in its favor. But if the best fuel economy is what you're after, the Elantra Hybrid is just the better choice without having to sacrifice good looks or reasonable performance.